let's do it.
Okay.
All right. So, Susanna, hello again.
Hello.
We are going to be talking about type 2 diabetes. Um,
Okay.
so, went too fast. So, Travis is a physiotherapist. And so, what you might not know is that physiotherapists are actually a primary care provider for persons with diabetes if people were to be considering how to have an exercise regimen work for them. So
Mhm.
um, between medical doctor and physiotherapist, they can have an individual be able to be empowered to take on their physical activity such that it's safe and effective. And so Travis, um, he created some general information about type 2 diabetes, and here we are. So this is Travis, and he has a master's of physiotherapy, and he also does IMS, which is like dry needling, and he has a bachelor's of kinesiology from UBC. So I'm just going to read you like uh, a little bit about Travis. So he's a passionate Travis is passionate about empowering people to return to their activities and hobbies that they enjoy. He's a dedicated lifelong learner, and he prides himself on utilizing evidence-based treatments that are in line with the most current research. He has an underlying commitment of increasing patient self-sufficiency and management so that they have the power to take charge of their health. And I've known him for a long time, and he has personally empowered me. And so I'm excited to be doing this presentation for you. Like I said, he is at the Burnaby, BC clinic, a Pain Pro clinic, which is by Metrotown. And some of the different things that he actually can treat are whiplash, computer pain, headache pain, lower back pain, stress, general pain, neuropathic pain, accidental injuries, sports injuries, and vestibular disorders. Now, he has a passion and he's a lifelong learner. And so he loves to write articles. And so other ways that you can contact him or get to know him is through his evidence-based content. And that will be on evidence-based physiotherapy, exercise science, and chronic disease management. And so that's kind of what the topic we're on today is, some general information on chronic disease management for type 2 diabetes. And I've linked some of his socials, which I will be posting in the link. But that's a little bit about Travis, the person who brought all of this stuff together for our wonderful presentation today. Now, just a quick little medical disclaimer. So this information is general information, and while it is based on recent evidence about type 2 diabetes, this does not mean that you should take this information as medical advice, professional diagnoses, opinion, or treatment to you and any other individual. The intention of this presentation is to provide general information for educational purposes only. The information provided is not a substitute for medical and professional care, and you should not use this information in place of a visit, consultation, or professional guidance by a physician or primary healthcare provider. Fuel Life Canada Inc. or authors Cameron David and Travis Amyot, not liable or responsible for any advice, course of treatment, or diagnoses. If you believe you have a medical emergency, you should call 911 and seek medical support. Always consult your physician or other healthcare provider before making any changes to your routine. Never disregard medical or professional advice or delay seeking treatment or checkups because of information found in this presentation. Never rely on information on this general information as a substitute for professional medical advice. You should also ask your physician or healthcare provider to assist you in interpreting any information or how this information applies to you and your specific needs. Medical information changes constantly, therefore the information on this site or the linked websites should not be considered current, complete, or exhaustive, nor should they rely on such information to recommend course of treatment for you and any other individual. Now, I'm going to stop with all that stuff and let's get into this. So, type 2 diabetes is generally thought to be a disease of lifestyle that develops over time. It involves progressive insulin resistance, which makes your body absorb the sugars in your blood less effectively, leading to high blood sugar more often. Frequent high blood sugar over long periods of time may be damaging to small blood vessels and lead to degeneration of nerves and other tissues. Risk of cardiovascular disease also increases. This is why when people have diabetes, sometimes you'll see people having to amputate limbs. And this is because having that high blood sugar can impact those vessels, the blood flow. And then without that blood flow, the tissues, they die. So you might be thinking, so if I have diabetes, can I get rid of it? Or I have a family history though. And the answer is yes. So it's not curable, but it is reversible. So type 2 diabetes is often fully reversible through modifying lifestyle over time. Risk factors improve through exercise, healthy diet, cessation of smoking, improving body composition, lowering blood pressure, and lowering cholesterol. And what we want to be making sure that we don't do is avoid diabetes management. It's important to manage your diabetes regularly with your physician, regardless of any lifestyle changes. So if you haven't gone and seen your physician, you want to make sure you're making those reoccurring visits, just so that everybody's on the same page and so that you have that full toolkit at your disposal to support you. I can't read my top bar here. There we go. Exercise and diabetes type 2. So these are just some general pieces of information that are really helpful when considering how to progress an exercise regimen. And again, you'd have to check with your healthcare provider to assure that this is safe for you. So, and when I'm saying this to you, I'm not speaking to Suzanne, I'm speaking in general for this presentation. So exercise increases insulin sensitivity. So significant insulin sensitivity improvements are found 72 hours after a single bout of exercise. This is so cool because the benefits of exercise are immediate when it comes to blood sugar. And so I just made a little box here, like, about what this means. So this means that even after you perform one exercise session, your blood sugar control may stay improved through inactivity afterwards. And this is why it's so important to take those breaks, to, on your lunch break, do a little dance, you know, or go for a walk. Just get moving so that your body can actually, you know, utilize some of the stores of sugar in our muscles and liver. Next, all exercise counts, but some are more effective. So higher intensity exercise may elicit superior blood glucose control, but moderate intensity exercise is also effective. Now, this is sort of in the realm of how much effort you experience. So if you are able to speak full sentences while you're doing your exercise, it might not be challenging. However, it will still elicit a benefit to blood sugar. However, the intensity of the exercise seems to impact how much benefit. So more intensity, more benefit. Now, again, with every piece of intensity, you always want to be sure that you're asking your exercise professional or whomever you're working with to assure that you're progressing at a progressive rate and you're not going too hard too quickly. So next, longer exercise programs, i.e. sticking to 12 plus weeks, will be the most effective in managing blood sugar. And this just makes sense, you know, assuring that you have an exercise regimen that your body is adapting to so that your physiology, your blood sugar management, and all of those little processes that we're not even going to get into are happening more efficiently. That is so important. And so when they say consistency matters, this is why. Our bodies, you can't just go to the gym once and have your body, you know, alter itself so that it works more effectively. It takes time. So next, combination of aerobic and resistance training is thought to be most effective. So that would mean doing resistance bands, weights, or other forms of body weight, strength training or endurance training alongside aerobic training. So walking, running, or elliptical, stuff like this, dancing. It is seemingly better to do both compared to just doing one alone. All right, so I made a little blurb to define all of those and sort of what it means. And it's to assure that you challenge yourself, you stay consistent, and do more than just one form of activity. And also challenge your muscles with resistance training. Oops, there we go. And here's a little summary. So this is what we've kind of gone over. Diabetes type 2 is a reversible condition that improves through lifestyle modification. Regular exercise helps to manage and treat diabetes, both in the short and the long term. You see improvements. Work with your doctor regularly to track your blood sugar and other health measures. A weekly combination of resistance training and cardio is thought to be best. A moderate to high intensity exercise, more effective, are both effective, but high might be better. It is important to build habits and stick to exercise lifelong. And whatever you need to do to make it work for you, that's what matters, not just a quick fix or a band-aid. And then the last, everyone is capable of making positive change, and mindset really matters. And like I said, all of the information was assembled by Travis Amiot, and the image and video presentation is created by me. And here are the different references that we used to concoct this presentation. And so that is it. And I hope that you enjoyed, Susanna. Curious what your thoughts are, if we have time.
It's pretty clear. That's really good. I used to be like pondering, like, what does it actually mean? And I don't really know. And I just keep reading the descriptions, and I don't know. So it's just clarification that it all has to do with, well, the biggest one you just said was long activity, high intensity, exercise, and resistance, and diet change.
Yeah, all of that stuff really, really matters, honestly. And this is where, I always say, we've got to find a way that it fits for your life, like what's your method? What's the way that it will actually be utilized long-term? Because, I mean, I can write fitness programs and meal programs to follow as templates all day. Or get a registered dietitian to have a meal plan specifically for you, and follow that. But why don't they work, right? And it's because it's not sustainable. So whatever brings you to sustainable change, and actually engaging in exercise lifelong will be the differentiator. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Yeah. All right. Well, I will, I'll see you later. And for everyone watching, thank you for watching.